Hello!
Who?
Finish Big!
Yeah, we are listing our way through all Big Finish releases.
Hold the phone. I don't care. I don't care about what you're about to say. Our toppest of top hoes is here with us today. Yes, we're going through all those back alleys and Earth Search Mind Walk and all that bullshit. Who cares? We've got Mikey Smith here with us today. Hello, Mikey.
Hello, boys. You always say that Luke Malloy is your top hoe.
No, he's been deposed.
No, you're just saying that to all of us.
No. Well, no, you see, the trouble is I met you both in person now, and I know who's the most handsome. So you're now the top hoe.
Well, okay, I'm in a WhatsApp group with Luke, so as soon as I come off this call, I will update him.
Yeah, please do.
You're in trouble.
Fucking hell.
Anyway, welcome back. You're back for another slice of main range action.
Yeah, I'm not happy with the ones you've given me.
Well, last time we did talk about some of these, didn't we? I just have to say, Night Thoughts we talked about a lot, but we called it Night Terrors the whole time.
That's a Star Trek The Next Generation episode, Night Terrors.
No, okay, right. So this is going to get interesting later.
Why?
Well, okay, can we put Night Thoughts / Terrors at the end of the three that we talk about? Would that be okay?
Oh, well, it is. We're doing it in release order, so it will be.
Are you doing it in release order?
Yeah.
Right.
So it will be, yeah.
So on the last one, was I saying I liked it?
Well, we talked about it, and I think I was saying that's one we should do. It's really good. I'm not sure.
Okay.
How much do you remember of these ones first time round?
I think I've definitely listened to the Paul McGann one. I definitely listened to because I sort of binged all them, the Charlie ones. But that was ages ago. Probably when I was on the train going to a job at NatWest Bank. That's how long ago that is. Peer Pressure I'd listened to because my friend who I used to work with is in it. I've listened to that, but I haven't listened to that for years.
Oh, will we get into it? You're going to have to tell us who it is.
Okay, I will. And I've exclusively got him to give me some backstage gossip. I've got that sitting on my phone, ready to go.
Does it involve rimming?
And anyway, so the Night Dreamers, Terrors, whatever it's bloody called. I think we were thinking of the Telos book, Mark. I think that's called Night. Or is that called Night Dreamers?
That's Night Dreamers, yeah.
Oh, well, I don't know.
All getting confused. We did Dreamtime last time.
Oh, when we did Dreamtime. Yeah, I think maybe we were thinking of something different.
I mean, these are considered, not Peer Pressure, but the other two are considered, reasonably popular. You'll hear it from the host later, the comments.
Oh,
these are quite popular, yeah.
Well, I'll remind everyone what we are talking about today.
Oh,
and the three releases are Other Lives.
Yeah. You think I'm a common strumpet, a harlot.
Peer Pressure.
It's sucking us down. Women and comics out first.
And Night Thoughts.
Forgive me. Mother dead, father gone. They think your sister's drowned. I don't want to be there.
Well, yeah, we don't have a Davison this time, so it's the 8th Doctor, 6th Doctor, and 7. 8th Doctor's sort of pushed his way into the main range now, so...
Yeah, so one of the classics is always out now when we do a free.
And it's McGann month. Everyone's talking about McGann at the moment.
That's right.
Yes, yeah,
he's being talked about in travel lodges up and down the country.
I love the 8th Doctor so much, but I'm just getting so bored of hearing about him at the moment.
Oh, yeah. He's everywhere. He's popping up in all sorts of Big Finish, isn't he? He's in Sontarans and Rutons and everything.
That's right. Turning up on everyone's feeds.
Are you on about that one off Instagram?
You know what I mean.
I'm cutting this out. I'll keep this.
No, don't cut this out. This is what people want. No, don't cut it out. This is what people want to know. He's got a stalker, hasn't he?
Yeah, who has he got a stalker? Good grief. I mean, yeah, but he's a very handsome man,
Maggie Stables never had any stalkers, did she?
Except me. It would have been me if I'd have been had to get near her back at the day. Yeah.
Right, should we talk about Other Lives?
I think we should, yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Yes.
So, Other Lives was released in December 2005 and stars our lovely trio of Paul McGann, India Fisher and Conrad Westmas. This features Ron Moody.
Oh my God, you got to pick a pocket or two.
And Francesca Hunt.
Yeah. Say that very,
Pardon?
very carefully.
who is India Fisher's stepsister.
Oh, what? I can't stand this. We don't want no nepotism.
Yeah, couldn't you tell when she was talking? It was the same sort of clipped accent as India Fisher.
You know what? If it's who I think it is, I thought it was her.
Oh, you thought it was India Fisher?
Yeah. So I thought India Fisher was doing the two voices. Is that not?
No,
Is that
No, she
who
does
was
the voice of the other one.
Oh, she does the
Oh,
French
bloody
voice.
hell.
Yeah,
I thought that was her doing the two voices because McGann pulls a double voice at the end, doesn't he?
they all have a go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
This
that
Well,
explains
it
that.
is called Other Lives. It's supposed
Yeah.
about them having different lives.
I think that's the idea. Well, it was written by Gary Hopkins,
Hello, Gary. Yeah.
who did
Does her?
The Last.
Oh, we love The Last. Do you remember the evil Excelsior? She smothered Charlie Pollard with a cushion down in that
I
bunker.
can't remember it. Was it called The Last? Just The Last?
It was called The Last, yeah.
Yeah.
And this was directed, of course, by Gary Russell.
Oh, he's not run out of steam yet, you know. He's a full throttle ahead at the moment.
When he does Peer Pressure as well, doesn't he? Because I asked this guy that. I said, who was your director? And he said, Gary Russell.
Did
He
you
says
ask
nice
about
things
the
about-
lunches, Michael? Michael?
No, I'm not asking the standard convention questions. I've really cut to the quick, as you'll find out when I...
Mikey, is your name Michael?
Michael?
Yeah, I just called you Michael.
That's all right. My name is actually Michael.
Oh, well, that's
Right.
my middle name as well. That's probably why.
Is it really? Is it AE or EA?
EA. Yeah.
Me too. Oh, hang on. No, I'm AE.
Right. Anyway, back to Other Lives. Right. Well, this one's quite an interesting one. Apparently, this is the only pure historical Eighth Doctor story. The Big
And it is
Finish was done.
100%, isn't it? There's
And it
not
is
like
100%.
something in the background or...
Hang on. You have those French diplomats going off in the TARDIS in this. How is that a pure historical?
Well, yeah, there's no aliens. There's nothing. Yeah, no, I
No,
think
the
it does
TARDIS is
count.
part of the plot, isn't it?
Nah, and they never. There's no. It's not really part of the plot, is it? They just disappear. It's an excuse for them to disappear. They could have easily just wandered into the disabled loos or something, couldn't they? There's no. We don't see them in the TARDIS. There's no explanation of what they did in the TARDIS.
No, it's very odd, isn't it? But it does feel like a historical where our characters, like in the 60s, where they just sort of blunder into situations and get swept off and go off with various different characters, almost like the Romans in a way, isn't it? Where they all just sort of go off and things happen to them.
Bit of a bleak house, you might say. You could have great expectations about this story, couldn't you?
Well, I think that's part of the idea. Yeah. So Gary Hopkins in the notes says that he was inspired by Dickens.
Really?
So I'm just trying to write a sort of what if Charles Dickens wrote Doctor Who.
You know how you know that, right? It's the uncle character. You know the uncle that thinks that Charlie is a prostitute.
Yeah, he's a fizzy wig.
You just know he's going to turn out to be the uncle of the fella that the Doctor has to impress at the end. That's such a Dickens twist, that.
Yeah, who wants to chuck her out the house if his nephew doesn't come back. Is that right?
What cunt?
Well, they were hard times.
That's it. Yeah.
Any more?
No, that's it. That's the other ones I know.
Did anyone else feel like the plot didn't really go anywhere until about halfway?
I really enjoyed it once I'd realised it wasn't going anywhere. So it takes a little while and you think, oh, okay, so something's going to happen here. This is going to intersect. There's going to be some big, and there isn't. And once I'd realised there isn't, I was like, oh my God, this is lovely. And I really enjoyed McGann having the meeting the lady and like having a normal life, almost having a normal life. Like I thought that was really nice. Once I realised,
Stranded, isn't it, Mikey?
And I haven't read any of these Eighth Doctor novels, but I've heard you talking about them, Joe. And it seems like every other week he's losing his memory and.
It's a thing, yeah.
Yeah, so it felt a bit like that. But once I'd realised I wasn't getting any more, I had more than enough. I was quite happy.
Thing was, I'm convinced. I did say this on Dylan's when we did it recently. By pure coincidence, Dylan asked me to do Other Lives on 2 Off TV like last month. But I'm convinced that the story he wants to tell is Charlie and the Duke having hijinks, because that's a good pairing. He wants to tell Cariz and the fella that wants to put him in the freak show. And he wants to tell the story of the Eighth Doctor and the woman who's lost her husband. But none of those stories start until episode 3. They don't even all meet up and get into the right place. So you've got 2 episodes of sort of vamping, until you get to that point. And then from that point on, I think it's witty, it's fun. There's lots of great interactions. The dialogue's sharp. Everybody's having fun. And fuck me, no one's had fun in the Eighth Doctor range for a long time.
I think that's the reason, it stands out, because we've had all that Divergent Universe stuff. The Doctor's been moody and horrible to everybody, and
Moody, did you say?
horrible things. Horrible things have happened all the time, and finally, we just get them kind of relaxing a little bit. It's a shame, like Kariz has to stay in the TARDIS right at the beginning. It's a bit odd. They go to so many other like planets and everything. He doesn't have to stay in the TARDIS then. It's just because, do you know what I mean? Like, there's other civilizations that haven't met like Kariz.
But I felt like that was to remind us that he didn't look like a human. Maybe if you hadn't listened to all the stories, because you might not have done back then, because it was a lot of money, you might just be dipping in. So you were like, oh, I get it. So he'd be scaring people if he went out. You sort of need to know that for the next bit to work.
You'll know he don't look like a human come at the end of episode 2, because he's in a thong, completely naked otherwise.
We get quite a lot of mentions of the thong.
Yeah, I know. Gary Hopkins, man. He's not a young man, but he's a bit kinky.
So, Chris, so the lovely guy that plays him,
Conrad Westmass.
Conrad.
Yeah.
So I went on a Doctor Who pub crawl about a year ago around London and got sat next to him. And I was like, fucking hell.
At what point did he try and seduce you, Mikey?
I think we just chatted about Nicholas Courtney, but that's part of his modus operandi, loosen me up a bit.
I know some of the same tricks as Nicholas Courtney,
Yeah.
And he knew a few tricks, trust me.
But he was lovely, and I was like, what was it like, and all this, and he always comes across really nice when he does the podcast and stuff, and he was a really nice. So I had heard it before, but it was nice to hear it with the context of having met the fella as well, and I just thought this is a really nice character, because the character kind of gets a bit of a bad rep sometimes. I think I've heard you slagging the character off, Joe.
He's a terrible character. What are you talking about? This is the one story, I think, in his run where he works as a character.
But even in this, at the end, he gets a little bit violent. In all of his stories, he's
he does
again, yeah.
Well, that's to remind you that he's not just a human that looks a bit like a creature. It's in his blood that he's a creature. But then I don't know. I thought I liked the character in this, but I can see how it could quickly become a Turlough situation.
Well, it usually is a Turlough situation. I think it's because he's separated from the other regulars in the story, and that's why he works here. Because let's be honest, he's got no chemistry at all with Paul McGann, and he's a bit annoying when he's with India Fisher. But here, where he's in history and he's being persecuted and embarrassed. And it's something for him to do for a start, because he never gets anything to do, and you feel sorry for him because he's really being belittled.
But at the end, what does Kariz actually do to that guy? Does he break his legs and blind him?
I think the idea is that he savages him, like a wolf.
But you see, a couple of stories back in Terra Firma, he murdered Gemma, one of the Doctor's ex-companions. And I just don't understand. He's murdering people left, right, and centre on these adventures, but the Doctor and Charlie don't know about it. It's all happening away from them. And then at the start of the next story, he's going, "Oh, let's go on a jolly adventure." I'm like, are you a mad serial killer, religious nut, or are you a nice chameleon that wants to go on adventures?
Well, this would work if then in about 4 or 5 stories' time, there was some kind of situation where there was someone who knew about the TARDIS crew, and they had to there was a courtroom in outer space, and they had to be challenged on the things they'd done, and then all that stuff was brought up, and then the Doctor and Charlie could be like, "Holy fuck, you ate that person," and all. If it went somewhere, does it not go somewhere?
Well, by pure chance, in precisely 5 stories, Kariz leaves, where all of his murders come to light.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Basically goes, "Fuck you, you lunatic! I'm not travelling with you anymore." And unfortunately, spoiler, everybody who don't want to hear spoilers, 5 seconds, 3, 2, 1. Kariz dies as a result of, all of his horrible murders and things.
So that does happen.
And then Charlie goes, "Oh, Doctor, you were so horrible to him. I'm leaving you. Oh, sorry, I should have gone spoiler for that one as well. So that's
Is
what
that why
breaks
she
them up.
leaves?
That's
That's not
what
why
breaks
she
them
leaves,
up.
surely.
It is. It is.
Yeah, that
Because
is.
I do remember her leaving, because I remember one of the best Big Finish moments ever is when she goes into the TARDIS and it's Colin Baker. That is just one of the
Wow.
best.
Yes.
Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
moments.
Talk about swapping one doctor for a better doctor. I mean,
Oh, that is just that moment though when you're like, what?
That was
that run, Mikey, that run with
Mm.
the Sixth Doctor and Charlie is mwah, mostly because Perez is not, hanging
Mm.
around the necks.
But I did expect Mark when it started, and I was about half an hour in. I thought to myself, I bet Mark likes this.
Well, I do like it. I'm a little bit biased to begin with because I love Crystal Palace
Oh,
and the Great
yeah,
Exhibition
yeah.
Yeah,
and all the history of that. And this is the original version in Hyde Park, and then the whole thing gets moved to Crystal Palace, where it is now with the dinosaurs and everything. That is like my favourite place. If I could go back in history anywhere, I would go to that exhibition before it burnt down.
so I used to live not round the corner, but within about 10 minutes of Crystal Palace, with a girl called Carla who used to smoke weed, drink red wine with me, and we both used to listen to loads of Kate Bush.
Oh, running up that hill. Is that taking you back?
Yeah. So
That's
so Crystal Palace, and that's what the Great Exhibition means to you.
Yeah, but so you're biased because you like that. But the reason I thought you would like it, Mark, is that it's a straightforward story. It's like they get out the TARDIS, some stuff happens. It's not 2 hours of other people talking.
It's almost too much the other way, though. It's almost there's something else needs to happen. And they're really long episodes.
Win with you,
They
could we?
They could have been 20, 25-minute episodes. These are like 30-minute
Yeah.
episodes as well.
3 of these are too long by about an
Oh.
hour, I think.
It's
I
all
was
right.
enjoying it.
It's not like the most fun.
Can I tell you all about a Doctor Who book called Camera Obscura by Lloyd
What a
Rose?
lovely cover. What a lovely
Beautiful,
cover.
isn't it? A lovely
Yeah.
rose there by Lloyd Rose, by pure coincidence.
That's the one that Kylie Minogue had a photo with.
Remember, it's on the sofa, and she's sort of
It's
there.
a
on the
famous
sofa, like-
picture.
Oh, is that the one?
Now, in Camera Obscura, which is an 8th Doctor book, may I point out, this comes out before, about a year or two before Other Lives, set in and around Crystal Palace in the Victorian era, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Also featuring a Victorian freak show that helps the Doctor, and many, many cases of mistaken identity inside as well. Are you noticing some similarities here?
So this was a couple of years before.
No, this was a couple of years before.
That was a couple of years
Other
before.
Lies is a couple of years, and it is tonally it's very different because this is quite dark, and infinitely superior to this audio. And obviously Gary Hopkins is writing a Dickens pastiche, but the similarities are uncanny. To have those 3 things all in the same 2 stories.
I always thought Crystal Palace and the exhibition was a great setting for a Doctor Who story. I'm surprised it didn't happen even sooner.
Did you see that then? When I just said this was set in a Crystal Palace, did you see him drool slightly? And he started looking at the book.
I have no idea about that.
There's a whole chapter, where Angie Kapoor is going all around the Crystal Palace at its height, seeing all the different shows and things. It's fabulous.
So you don't see much of the shows in this, not the show. You don't see much of the demonstrations and you hear like busy, but you don't get anyone going, look at my steam valve. Or anything.
Beg your pardon.
Well, I also got distracted by these doubling up of the voices. So the French diplomats are India Fisher and Conrad.
Oh, they're
West,
so
right?
God. Now listen, let's all do it. Yeah, we'll all do the same sort of accents they do. Hello, Mikey. How are you today? Are you enjoying Finish Big? I don't know where I went there.
Yeah, but to me that sounds like a good French accent. I'm happy with that. Hello. I'm happy with that. Hang on. I thought we said when we were chatting before, I thought you said it wasn't Charlie, it wasn't India Fisher, it was a stepsister.
No, so the stepsister is the one that says Paul McGann's her wife.
Sorry. Right. Okay. Right.
Sorry.
No, she was a French diplomat, clearly.
So this is where my spidey sense was going off when I was listening to it, and I was like, "Oh, hang on, that's India Fisher doing the French diplomat." So I thought, Other Lives, we're going to get some parallelism. This is going to be a kind of Nissa Black Orchid scenario. where they're connected across time and space. And it's not that.
No. It is a bizarre coincidence.
That sounds much better. They should have done something like that. So
Yeah.
you've got India Fisher pretending to be the French diplomat, and then when she goes missing, Charlie has to pretend to be the French woman
Diplomat.
later on as well. And then they ask Cariz to do it, but it was them doing it to begin with.
Yeah. Which you just, I just thought something might come of that. But as I said before, as soon as I realised that nothing was going to come of any of this, I had an even better time with it. I just really enjoyed pissing about. Around with these three, you know.
I'll tell you what, it's the only time these three regulars, I mean, Caress doesn't have a lot of fun in this, but it's the only time these three regulars get to chill out in a historical setting and have some fun.
Yeah.
In this whole last run, they're all generally really dark stories, and bloody India Fisher and Ron Moody together, that is gold.
Great.
You know,
great.
I've just given the Duke of Wellington my shoe. Oh no, she's going like, it's really great.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
I
think part of me, when I started listening to it, I was worried it was part of the what do you call it, the whole arc when they're in the other
Divergent universe.
There was part of me that thought, oh, is this one of them? So I was a bit worried. And then as all that fell away, I just was having a lovely time with it.
We like you too much, Mikey, to take you into the Divergent universe.
Well, I'm finding it very confusing now. Me epochs. I've got confused about what's where. Does Chris go into the other universe?
So
he
came from it. So they've got out about 3 or 4 pieces before they got out.
Okay. And Terra Firma is the first one after I remember that
I'm
much.
sure you did a run through of all the Charlie stories. It doesn't sound like you retained much.
No. This was a long time ago.
I feel like the structure of this is a little bit odd for me because there's that whole episode and then a scene starts and it's just the wife coming to get Paul McGann to say,
that's weird.
You're my husband. And that's just the one scene just tacked onto the end to give it a cliffhanger.
My way, sir.
It's just stuff like that.
My son. Yeah.
Really, that whole storyline, I just thought, because she met him before and there was no recognition and they try and explain it away later on. I just think...
I think you've got no heart. I thought it was... Come on, man. It was beautiful.
What, that scene?
She wanted her husband to come back so much, she was willing to print him on Paul McGann. A bit like Paul McGann's stalker.
Well, right, yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Well, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
But I thought that was beautiful. But I thought it was really beautiful that because again, it was a bit to mislead us as well, because we were supposed to think, oh, maybe it is. Maybe the Doctor is her husband when he's been there previously or whatever. But that was a Slim Shady as well, weren't it? That weren't what it was.
It's very different though. The Doctor's setting up house for 2 episodes. That just feels really different from what we normally get.
I felt it was really nice, and the fact that and then he starts to play the part just to help her for no reason, but also talks about how it would be nice to do that. It would be nice to live with this woman. Like, come on, guys. Have you got no hearts? You've listened to too much Big Finish.
I am with you. I think this is a really enjoyable story. I just think it takes 2 episodes to get where it needs to be. When it gets there, it's sort of peak, you know? And it is so refreshing to have a mostly pure historical. That is really refreshing.
Yeah, I agree on that.
But then Big Finish is the only place where Doctor Who has the balls to do it, isn't it? Marion Conspiracy, Peterloo Massacre, things like that. You know, it's the only place where they don't need an alien or a monster in order to generate interest in history.
Do they do it now? I bet they don't do it now.
Well, so much, Mikey.
Not really. They're not pure historical. If it is, there'll still be a Dalek.
Look at it. Have you seen today? Oh my God, how exciting, a new release. Covered in Daleks, like a plague all over the cover. You know,
what's it called? Is it called Destination Dalek?
No, it's called Dash Hound of the Daleks.
No, it's not.
It's got a Dash Hound on the cover.
Not called a Dash Hound.
What's it called, Mark?
Do you know what? I don't actually know. It's a Third Doctor box set that's come out, but it's, you know, the title is The Third Doctor Meets the Daleks, as if he's never met them before, you know?
Oh, wait, I've got it here. Saturation of the Dalek.
I'm not
Saturation?
Sure. Saturation. Yeah, it's a comment on
not.
Big Finish's release schedule.
No, it's not. And actually, Other Lives could be considered a celebrity historical with the Duke of
Yeah.
Wellington.
Yeah. Well, I suppose we hadn't had celebrity historicals at this point, had we? Have we done Dickens yet?
Well, like I say, the Romans with Julius Caesar.
Oh, yes, of course. Mark of
You
the
know?
Rani with Stevenson. Oh, my God. Time Lash with H.G. Wells.
Have you listened to the Charlie series? The Charlie one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit of a dry run for that in a way. When she goes off and she's having these chats with people and everything, it's a bit of a dry run for that in a way. Because that's quite. I really enjoyed that, the Charlie box set.
Well, this doesn't have the Vyrians or whatever they're called in it, does it?
Are them the ones that
the
were in
Byrons.
something else and then they're in that?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Because I had to
Byrons,
work
this
out-
whole Byron arc. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to work out who the hell they were.
Another stunning Nick Briggs in
No, I really like that.
I
really
bet you
like that.
do. Yeah.
But I enjoyed that box set, and because she is just good to. She's a great character.
She's fine to go off on her own, isn't she?
Yeah.
You don't miss
Yeah.
the Doctor really when
This
she's
is why Nick Briggs considers you his best friend. He's been writing in his diary, you know. My best friend, Mark Rawlins, who buys all my sets and loves them.
Mark, have you met Nick Briggs at a convention then?
I met him once when he signed the Genocide Machine
Right.
way back.
Oh, we saw him at the.
That's the
finish
only.
day.
I've avoided him since.
Yeah.
But
Was
he
he
wasn't-
friendly?
Not really, no, because I bought. It was like the second ever Big Finish I bought, and that was like number 7. And he signed it and was like, "Have you bought the others?" And I was like, "No." And he just looked annoyed that I hadn't bought all the others. So should have known how it was going to go, really.
We almost could have seen him on Big Finish Day, but when he sort of passed us to go to his table, we both had Gary Russell's armpits in our face because he was sort of holding both of us. So unfortunately, we couldn't really see
I
him.
don't think I would want to see him though. I don't,
No.
even though like
Oh,
I have, so I think about
Do you
Big
think
Finish
too
all
many
the time.
box sets have gone under the bridge?
I just feel like I don't have anything
just want to be kind to him and say,
positive.
don't you think it's enough now? Don't you think you've written enough? You know, like you're not a young man. It's time to retire, surely, and allow some young blood into the range.
Well, I think you guys have been quite positive about some of his early stuff, right?
Yeah, it's not all.
Have we?
You like the
Yeah.
Daleks?
Yeah, Dalek Empire, Embrace
Like
the Darkness.
Empire? You like
Creatures
you
of
like that Creatures
Beauty.
of Beauty? I
Yeah.
couldn't make head nor hair of that.
You wait till we get to the 4th Doctor range, though. He knocks out one vanilla release after another, doesn't he? Energy of the Daleks, the evil one, Return to Telos.
How has this got onto Nick
Oh,
Briggs?
yes.
We're talking about Other
It's
Lives.
very good. We enjoyed it.
It's pretty good.
Oh, and it
it's
had
not
a
the
nice
best for
score.
me, but
Score.
it's all right. Yeah, it's because
Yeah.
it's something different for the 8th Doctor in this lot.
I would say if I was walking around the Crystal Palace and I come across a lovely sweetie shop and helped myself to one of the sugared confections, I would say that Other Lives is like a delightful sugared confection.
If they had the Crystal Palace dinosaurs in it, I think that is perfect for a
That'd be
Doctor
better.
Who story. Someone needs to do that.
What if someone wrote a story where dinosaurs come to life?
Well, yeah, something like that,
That'd be
maybe.
exciting.
Something like that. We could
And
be a
it's
bit
like
more
eating
imaginative, I think.
everybody. Oh, that would be amazing. Yeah.
And actually, can I just say for the cover as well, it really distracts me, that beard that
Oh, it's terrible.
they've chucked on to Paul McGann.
Yeah.
Not Lee Binding.
It doesn't.
is it?
It doesn't really
Not a
work.
beard.
It doesn't work because there's
Okay.
that line.
Well, I do prefer the older Big Finish covers than the newer ones.
Mm.
Because the newer ones is all just people stood in a row with somebody more
Sort of
prominent
floating
in the
heads,
middle.
isn't it?
Yeah, at
They're
least
like,
they've got.
like Avengers style. They're all
Yeah.
the same. Whereas
Actually,
the old ones,
To be fair to him, I mean, have a look. He's given Charlie a lovely umbrella.
Well, they've all got photos.
Maurice is naked, so we all know where Lee Binding was thinking there.
he's the illustrator, right?
Yeah, but he's a very horny bugger as well. But look at Conrad Westmouse back in the day. I mean, you would, wouldn't you?
I don't think he looks much different now. He didn't look much different when I met him.
Should we go on to Peer Pressure?
Oh, yeah, lovely. Lovely.
Yes. Well, Peer Pressure was released in January 2006 and stars Colin Baker and Maggie Stables. We've got
Dream
Evelyn.
Team. Look, even Mike is nodding away there. Yes.
This also features Roy Hudd and Doug Bradley, who you might know as is he the Hellraiser guy?
Yes, that's the Pinhead from
Yeah.
Hellraiser. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, who at the time was probably a more recognisable name than now.
Well, he was doing a sort of pinhead voice as the evil man, wasn't he?
I thought it was the same bloke doing
I think it is, isn't it?
voices.
It
It
is,
is, right.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
good,
it
right.
is, yeah.
It's sort of Voldemort, isn't it? That's what he's doing. Sort of the good side of his head and the evil side of his head.
Yeah. Like they were doing that with the 11, weren't they? Is it the 11?
Yes. Oh, yeah, that gets confusing.
That gets confusing, yeah.
There. This was written by Robert Ross, who previously wrote Medicinal Purposes. And
do you remember that? No one's a dope, no one's a boat, and the doctor's a dope. That's Darth Jamie.
That's the David Tennant one, right?
Yeah, the David Tennant one, yeah.
And do you remember, what's his name? Dr. Knox, what was his name? Leslie Phillips. Oh, yes, it's all blood. Oh, it's very camp. Sorry.
And this was directed by Gary Russell. Right, well, it's another celebrity historical, isn't it, with Max Miller.
I don't really know much about Max Miller, actually. Do you know about Max Miller?
See, I did, yeah.
What, is he quite blue?
No. It's like vaudeville. It's all kind of like, think like George Formby type of thing. My wife. Take my wife, please.
Would he have a banjo?
Yeah, and a washboard.
Okay. Well, it's jokes like this. I say, my dog has no nose.
How does he smell?
Oh, terrible. Jokes like that.
There you go. Yeah. It's like vaudeville, precursor to modern panto, I would say. So it's like cabaret, but he was probably like the biggest name during the period when the cabaret acts started to appear on television, which is probably why he's the biggest name associated with music hall, because he was there at that point.
I mean, he sounded like in this, like a sort of Chicago gang boss that he had Brighton sewn up, like everyone knows me. If I give you an IOU, you can dine out on that for the rest of your life.
Yeah, it was all, Evelyn, yeah. But that's Roy Odd, that's his act.
Yeah, great casting. Perfect casting.
Yeah, and can I surprise you both? Because I know you're both going to lay into this. And I used to lay into this, but it is too long. It's far too long and nothing happens in this story. I genuinely think that there is a 50-minute Peer Pressure, which is a character story with the Doctor, Evelyn and Max Miller, little trip to Brighton, atmospheric, the Voldemort alien and all of that, with the best lines. And there are great lines in Peer Pressure.
Yeah.
Really is some good scripting in here. There's some sort of complacent scripting as well. And so I came out of this going that all the ingredients are there. It's just the curse of it's too long.
I want to hear what Mark thinks before I reveal my hand.
Yeah, well, I agree that it's too long. They're like 40-minute episodes. Nothing really happens. They are standing around talking. Even that TARDIS scene at the beginning, it's very wordy. It doesn't progress the plot at all. There's no sense of urgency. The Doctor goes to that, finally gets to the end of the pier. He says there's this great evil, and then he sits on the beach and talks about the ocean for a bit. Evelyn's hanging out in the TARDIS, not even bothered about what's going on. Wordy is great for the Sixth Doctor, and I feel like Colin Baker would enjoy all of this, all of these speeches and all of these moments. He's the Doctor to give it to you orally, as it were. He's the one. But it doesn't. It's not an enjoyable story. There's not really any action. It just sort of drifts along quite slowly.
But it is atmospheric, I think.
But then I don't know if there is atmosphere there.
And the wind and the music. I think it puts you in Brighton.
I had no idea what that guy at the end of the pier wanted to do until right at the end of the story.
Okay, so I was having a great time because I'd definitely listened to it in the past and maybe written it off as not being very good, probably because of the other Colin stories around it, I'm guessing, right? But about 50 minutes into this, I was having a great time because I was like, this is interesting because the Doctor's kind of being written at the start a little bit more like 80s Colin, like at the start, which I kind of liked, because it was all getting a bit pally. So I was kind of, this is cool. And then he mellows a bit later. But anyway, arriving somewhere, hearing about something that's happening, going to the pub to find out about it. Like, I'm good on this. I thought that was great. And it was very, giving me massive 80s vibes. But then it just kind of stops. and it stops about an hour in, and it stops for a good half an hour. And it's around the point where you've just said it, Mark, where Evelyn and Max go into the TARDIS and have a chat.
Yeah.
No, they play I Spy.
They literally play I Spy.
We could always play a game, I suppose. I Spy or something.
I can understand you want to give Max Miller the moment of going into the TARDIS and all of that, but
even that's not done very well because it's like it goes into the TARDIS and it's not like you hear the hum of the TARDIS crash in, and you hear that bloody stupid music they keep playing every time he talks. You don't hear the hum of the TARDIS or anything. It's just bang 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 bang. So that it was a bit like, in Time Lash, where they had them scenes in with what's his face?
Fucking
H.G.
love
Wells.
those themes. I love
It's
that.
a bit like that, though.
There's nothing masculine about being heroic.
If you took all that shit out, you wouldn't notice any difference. So I felt like it was probably an hour 10 script that got converted into a 2 hours 10. But I'm with you. I wasn't quite clear on the threat. I knew it was a guy who'd maybe been taken over by something, so he was talking to himself, who could kill people, maybe. I don't know. That was a bit vague.
Because it starts off interesting, because there's that...
If neither of you were paying attention, clearly.
Okay, all right, you explain it.
Well, because this horrible evil force has come down, and the Doctor literally has a long speech about all of the goodness of the pier and all of the happy memories exist as this sort of psychic energy within the pier. The children eating their candy floss and licking their lollies and going on the rides and things. And the evil force is attracted to the pier because it has all of that sort of happy, good memories to it.
So is it living on those? Is it living on those energies?
It's sort of sucking it all out.
But it's inside that guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's just at the end of the pier in his little shed. The Doctor visits him, goes away.
Have a chat. Nice chat.
Then they row a boat round there and then go away again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I love that bit.
Why doesn't he just sort it out? And there's nothing. Yeah, it just takes a long time.
Devoid of incident. There is no incident in this story.
Is he an alien?
No, he's a human that has been taken.
No, but the thing that's inside him.
Because then, what was that big roar at the beginning that they heard? Is that him taking
what was that?
over?
Yeah.
So the big roar is the alien inside him.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Is it from another planet?
Yeah.
But what was that green thing in the water then?
That's it. It says it's in the bloody water. It's attracted to the pier.
I thought it was in the man on the shed.
Well, it goes from the water to the man, and then it comes out the man and goes to the water.
See, it's not clear.
So it has a physical presence in the water.
That's such a simple story. You two got very baffled.
But then also they kind of psychically take out, because he takes over that girl for a bit.
Yeah.
And
but she fights him.
Destroy, kill.
But she's dead.
Yeah, she's a corpse. She's a walking corpse.
Yeah, it wasn't clear at all.
But I remember looking at my phone when it started to go awry, and it was about an hour in. But
can I disagree with you for a second, Mikey?
It was absolutely.
Well, my favourite scenes in this whole thing were the scenes in the TARDIS with Evelyn and Max Miller. I just think the two of them have great chemistry, and clearly because Roy Howard and Maggie Stables have worked together for years. And
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So they used to do, what was it called, the Playhouse or something like that. So they had history together. Oh,
that's right. That's funny.
House, a Playhouse.
I didn't say that.
And you're right. It is nothing, right? They're playing I Spy. She's telling him about the future. She does that wonderful thing that you get with Nancy in The Empty Child, where he guesses that there's going to be another world war. And Evelyn explains about that. She explains that there's going to be like the statue of him in the future. And I just love all of that stuff. If you're going to do a celebrity historical, have scenes like that between two people that are warm and witty.
Isn't really a story, though. That's an evening with Maggie Staples and Roy Hart. A Doctor Who story.
Wouldn't you pay for it? Wouldn't you?
Why didn't we get, we were saying this before, right? Why didn't we get Max on stage with hearing the audience laughing at his jokes, and then maybe the entity comes into the theatre and takes over him, and he starts saying racist. He starts changing live in front of them all. Something about a theatre Not the racist comments, not that. But I'm just free balling.
There was an Englishman, an Irishman, and an Italian sucking
Well,
identity.
he could have
walked
been
into the
doing.
bar.
He could have been doing a show on the pier.
Oh, well, on the yes, at the end of the pier there could have been an hippodrome.
Yeah, and then that fits into the whole guy at the end of the pier, and there's something, just the next door or something.
How about the energy, the happiness in there, the energy on stage created by Max lures the creature out and he manifests.
Were the pair of you listening at the end of this? Because you don't need to be on stage to do comedy. Yeah.
No.
He does do a
Max
comedy
Miller.
bit. He does do a comedy bit at the end of the story to distract him. Okay, he even says at the end of the story, look, I know he was an evil alien entity, but I thought I could see a little smile curling round his lips.
Yeah, he does say it, and that's probably why he's there as well. And it's written around that, I'm sure, for that moment for him to do his jokes at the end. But it's not in his element. It's not starting the story off there. We just meet him in the pub, don't we? It's just
he should be we should have him on stage. And Evelyn, that lovely conversation with Evelyn could have happened in a dressing room. Why are we randomly walking into the TARDIS for our conversations?
We're sort of trying to tuck them away, keep them safe, because there's evil alien, dead people walking about.
There were some scenes as well where people don't talk for a long time. I think there's a group of them. There's Evelyn, the Doctor, Max Miller, and the other couple as well. And I think they're on the beach, and they just sort of stand there and explain things to each other. And I wasn't sure if Evelyn was there or she'd left, or the girl was there or not, because nobody spoke for a long time, and then suddenly there'd be a word, and it wasn't really clear. Maybe that was part of the direction of it. I couldn't tell who was in.
There's quite a funny scene where someone goes, "Where's Billy?" And then you hear some footsteps, and he goes, "I'm here."
Yeah. I didn't even know. I had no idea that character was around. Yeah.
Like Other Lives, I think there's about 50 minutes of brilliant material here. And then there's a lot of padding and running around. But can I because I don't think this is a write-off, Max Miller goes, I could sort you out a very attractive assistant doctor. And Evelyn goes, I'll pretend I didn't hear that. There's a massive speech about the pure gold of the music hall, and it's so evocative. The bit that you mocked, where the doctor's sitting on the beach looking at the waves,
I love that.
Is beautifully scripted.
Yeah, brilliant.
It is, but have that maybe when they arrive or something, before he knows there's a great evil that's at the end of the pier that he's just come from.
Do you know what he says?
Why would he sit down and suddenly just have that moment there?
You, Mikey, and please, if you want to go somewhere wistful and beautiful, please do, okay? The highs and lows of the tides, the pleasures and woes of the tides, everything subtle, reverberating, and nourishing. I mean, it's just beautiful. I am the watchmaker, he says. Pure.
Oh, that was lovely. Oh my honesty. God, I am the watchmaker. I fix things when brilliant.
A simple tide, uninterrupted. I was just like, oh, this is heaven, this stuff.
Yeah, but it's still not an adventure, is it?
What is it? I said to Mark halfway through this, when I was like you, I was really enjoying it halfway through, and you were very uncertain. I said, but Big Finish overplots things all the time. It doesn't lean into the strength of good dialogue and good characterization half as much as it should. Very often, it just tries to do a TV soundtrack with loads of action and loud music and tries to paint pictures that way. Whereas I just think the best Big Finish, and this ain't the best, but I thought it was good. It does lean into words, into music. That's one of their best weapons is dialogue.
Yeah, again, but it's not an evening of poetry with Colin Baker, is it? It's
gonna happen.
Oh no, I'm sure that would sell.
Okay, come on, we'll go. I'll buy you dinner.
But actually, the music was also a bit of a problem for me. Even in that third scene, we have the opening scene, and there's sort of like a swell of music, and it goes over into the opening TARDIS scene.
Yeah.
And it sort of bleeds into their dialogue in the TARDIS. And
I don't think you should ever have. I think the TARDIS is supposed to be separate. Right?
Yeah.
The TARDIS is a place for isolation, safety. It shouldn't have clunkety clunk step to some music over the top of it.
Yeah.
I watch Attack of the Cybermen then. All right?
It was just odd that I've never heard the music drift over into another scene, especially the TARDIS. It should cut. Yeah, it feels like they were just right there as well. It was a really odd choice.
But I don't think this was without atmosphere, because there were the scenes later on in the story where there's this sort of heartbeat going, and then when the man's going, where are they? Doing the sort of like the evil voice. And I thought the music was really good there. I thought this was atmospheric in places as well.
Yeah, I agree.
I just don't think this is a write-off.
Okay.
No, I didn't hate it. I was just like, there was definitely a moment where I thought, hang on a minute, how have they possibly got another hour left? And
Justice for Roy Hudd.
Well, Mikey, do you have some behind the scenes information about this?
I've got a disclosure, yes. So, I think I said before, if you don't edit it out, that a friend of mine is in this, right? And when I first worked with him, and we both used to work at the same shopping television channel, we were chatting away, and we were, what have you done before and all this, and he mentioned this about being in a Big Finish, and I was like, oh my God, you've been in a Big Finish. Oh, I can't believe it. And I was like, which one? He went, Peer Pressure. I went, oh. But he's a really cool fella. And this fella, Martin, who's in this, plays Billy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's a picture of him in the book. Yeah.
He's the producer and writer of the Colin Baker show that's touring at the moment.
Oh,
really?
The ones, where they do the Dickens adaptations?
Yes, yeah.
Martin first met Colin on this job, having written to Gary Russell 2 years before, begging to be on Big Finish. Lovely Gary Russell put him on Big Finish, and he did a couple. So I asked him today. I said, "Have you got any? Hang on. Have you got any drugs? No. Have you got any backstage? Have you got any memories? I think you already told me that Maggie Stables was lovely. I remember him telling me that. Yes, as was everyone, actually. First time I worked with Colin, who was a very inclusive company leader, and Roy Hudd was so fun to be paired with, and really lovely and humble, and spoke a lot about working with Dennis Potter. I then say, who was your director? I was trying to get some goss for you lads. He said, lovely Gary Russell, who kindly entertained my begging letter, which read to Council of
Nicaea.
So he was in that. And then this.
Oh, no, he wasn't that camp one, was he? He wasn't Julian Clary in that, was he?
We'll look that up.
Oh, God.
I don't know. He says he's got a bigger part in this one. And I said, oh, brilliant. It was a very fulfilling experience. I think I'm only in part one. I don't think he is he?
No, he's in the whole thing.
No,
yeah.
I thought it was a good turn. Can you tell him from me that we've been talking about him on a podcast, and it was a good turn, actually.
He was a good turn. He's very like Bob Cratchit type performance. And I said to him, was the little boy you? Because I thought that's definitely him. Here, Mister, do you want to buy a paper?
Oh, yeah,
that one. And he was like, yeah, afraid so. A late edition, so not my finest work. And I said, no, it was good.
No, he played Anal Stanius.
I beg your pardon.
In Council of Nicaea. Afanan. Oh, for God's sake, it's a long name. Yeah.
Colin and Roy Hudd got on very well and were the best. And he says that Gary Russell was kindly but decisive, which I can imagine, actually.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for doing the research there.
Because it's a fairly small cast, isn't it?
There's only 5 of them in there.
There's not a lot of characters for the whole story.
No.
We thought the girl playing the girl that got possessed and then died, we thought that was her from Chimes of Midnight, but I don't think
very Chimes of Midnight, didn't she?
Oh, yeah. She's pure.
Yes. Oh, please, sir. It's very like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
like this. Do you know what? I like this. There we go. I liked Peer Pressure.
I liked it more this time round. If you told me before, I'd be like, oh yeah, Peer Pressure, it's really not the best. It's in that type. But actually, I do appreciate it. I just wish it had been edited down a little bit.
I feel like in 1 to 50, they were absolutely sculpting scripts with enough plot to fill out 2 hours. 50 to 100, it's becoming more and more apparent that there just aren't enough ideas to pad out 2 hours, and this would have been a great hour.
I've never understood why they want to do 2 hours 10, though. Why can't they do an hour and a half?
Well, they're trying to appeal to. They want a 4-part Doctor Who story, you know. That's why they put those radio time things up. They want people to pretend we're watching TV for some reason.
But then make it 25-minute episodes if you're going to do that. Yeah. And well, actually, Robert Ross, the medicinal purposes was a bit like it was lengthy. I remember
It was
and wordy.
Eric, though, wasn't it?
It's done better, but yeah, I'm not a fan of Robert Ross. Robert Ross is a comedy historian, so that's where he's
a what?
A comedy historian.
What's that?
Like the history of comedy. He's an expert on the history of comedy.
His history with
that's not a job, is it?
No. He writes books on the history of comedy and stuff.
What books?
About the comedy.
You can't just throw these terms around,
okay,
Mark.
I'm going to read what it says, okay? Robert Ross is one of the foremost experts on British comedy, having written books on everything from Monty Python and the Carry On films to Last of the Summer Wine and Fawlty Towers, as well as numerous biographies.
Right, okay, I'll shut my face. Well, why can't we have had 20 minutes of Max Miller on stage then? Because he'd be the perfect person to...
Are you trying to say you could have written a Monty Python Doctor Who? Instead, he wrote this.
He's a comedy historian.
He gave us, I can forgive Robert Ross anything, because in medicinal purposes, he gave us the comedy prostitute that went up to Colin Baker and went, "Are you seeking business?"
He does say, though, in the notes there, it felt like Carry On Brighton at times.
Yeah,
which I don't think it does.
It's not a very jokey script, weirdly.
It's not
and
really.
if you're doing Carry On, it needs to be a little bluer than this.
Maybe just really go for it if you're going to do that. Yeah, but
what's your favourite Carry On film, gentlemen?
Oh, don't lose your head.
I'm not a comedy historian. I Carry On films very well, actually.
What's yours, Mikey?
Carrying at Your Convenience, the Toilet Factory one.
Oh, that's
where they go off to Clacton for the day on the pier.
I like. Is it Don't Lose Your Head, the revolutionary one, where he's about to be beheaded, and he goes, "Oh, we've got some mail for you." He goes, "Put it in the basket. I'll read it later." So funny. Yeah, Max Miller should have had a few jokes like that in this, shouldn't he?
Yeah, I don't know why that isn't there. It feels like it should be there. It needed somebody else to look at this and go, "Okay, we know you're a comedy fucking historian.
Less history, more comedy.
Let's put some structure in here and some jokes, you know."
But because I did love the three of them, I was like, oh, because some part of me just wants Max Miller to go off and have a couple of adventures with Evelyn and the Sixth Doctor. It could be great.
Well, I just want more of Evelyn and the Sixth Doctor, you know. Spectre of Andy Moore was my first one.
The next one, Mikey, is a Nick Briggs script, so be warned. You know.
What is it?
The Nowhere Place.
Oh, is that a train?
Yeah, good one, actually. It's good.
I remember listening to that in a hotel room and thinking it was good, like a very Sapphire and Steel, I remember.
And then after that, sorry, Mark, I just didn't want you to say it. It's 100 and...
100?
Yeah.
With Julius Caesar.
Oh, well,
right.
it's almost as if we've been quite nice about Pressure, actually.
Yeah, it wasn't offensive. It's not like it wasn't boring. It wasn't chock full of bloody Zygons. You know, there's a lot to like.
Do you remember when we did Dreamtime?
I do.
That was a chore, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. This wasn't a chore.
Yeah.
It was just
it was just... And I listened to it out for a nice walk, so it was like, all good.
Did you do it at night? That would have been perfect.
What, Peer Pressure?
Yeah.
No, it was really sunny. Just walking around.
Mark and I talked about going to Brighton on like a cold, windy evening and listening to it actually in Brighton, but that never happened. It was on a train to London in the end.
Well, you still can. I suppose you can still go out with a couple of bottles of Blue Nun and...
Blue Nun?
Well, here we are. Should we go on to the next one?
Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's go on to Night Thoughts, released in February 2006. This stars Sylvester McCoy, Sophie Eldred, and Philip Olivier. This features guest stars Bernard Kay,
Oh, Bernard Kay from the classic
Thought
series.
it was him.
Yeah.
Who's he in Classic?
He's
Colony in
Aladdin
Space.
in Wyler, Tyler.
Oh,
in
yes, of course.
In Inspector Crossland in The Faceless Ones. He's the IMC man in Colony in Space.
Oh, of course, yeah. And also Lizzie Hopley is in there as well.
Oh, she's everywhere at the moment.
She is. Yeah, I didn't realise she did so much.
Who's she?
She's the little girl.
You clearly don't listen to a lot of Big Finish things.
Oh, do you mean as in-
don't know Lizzie Hopley
Do
is?
you mean as in who she is in who is Lizzie Hopley? Oh, so she played Gemma, the aforementioned Gemma that travelled with the egg doctor that got killed by Cariz. And very recently, she is a writer for Big. She's written a lot of Big Finish stuff.
The old releases.
Like loads.
She's done loads.
She's writing.
She's written a lot of the last few years. Yeah.
Yeah, I can
Is she
comfortably
writing-
say that about 45 of those are pretty terrible, but 5 of them were quite good.
Right, it's one of them, is it?
Yes.
This was written by Edward Young.
Edward Young, who's that? I've never heard that name before.
No idea. And directed by Gary Russell.
Yes.
Yay.
Well, I did think this had some atmosphere to it, actually.
So this is the one I think everyone's expecting. Oh yeah, this is the one. And I was saying this as well. Listen to this one in the dark. It's really atmospheric. It's really scary. And you could say that about part 1. But then after that, actually, it didn't have that effect on me this time round. It was a bit different to how I expected it was going to be.
I'm going to be 100% honest with you now. This is no hyperbole, right? I didn't have a fucking clue what was going on for most. I thought this was the worst kind of audio drama.
Wow, go
where
on.
You
tell
are
us.
sitting there listening to people talking with machines beeping in the background, or whether it's machines beeping in the background or soldiers in revolutionary whatever it is, it was one of them where I was like, I'm sorry, I cannot tune into this at all. I could not tune in to this at all.
Was it just not knowing the sort of what was happening in terms of because it's set in a small location in a house, a bit like, like Master or something like that, with people in a house at night.
I got the impression I was in Image of the Fendal type territory, right?
Definitely.
I got that far with it. Time travel experiments. Scary girl. I'm sorry, lads. That's about all I can decide.
Well, I can understand that because, this was submitted for the TV series season 26.
Season 20 was it not 27?
Oh, well, 27.
Yeah.
26, 27. Towards the end, anyway. And Big Finish weren't doing Lost Stories back then, so maybe it would have ended up being a Lost Story. It gave me Ghost-like vibes in terms of not everyone in the house and you not knowing what's exactly going on.
What's going on?
It gave
I stopped.
episode 1.
I stopped halfway from the end because I was like, I need to stop because this is not going in. I haven't got a clue. I need to stop. I thought maybe it's me. So
No. I had a note. I said it's a very complicated final episode without much of a beating heart, where it's just throwing a lot of complicated ideas at you, one after the other. Whereas the first couple of episodes, it was sort of gently dropping mysteries on you, and I did think the ideas were good, and some of the set pieces were good. I do like the idea of the little girl with the evil bunny voice that she does. That was really creepy at times, And
that was I got that much because that's on the picture that was a teddy bear. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got that much, and I did listen to the last half hour, but I listened to it this afternoon because I was like, right, I need to listen to it. But that was an even worse listening experience than the first one because I'd forgotten anything that I did quite get in the first one. And I was like, okay, Sylvester McCoy's gone back in time to shout at some people. Something else happens. I hope this doesn't come across to your listeners as if I'm exaggerating. I genuinely could not work out what was going on in this at all.
Well, it doesn't help that they all have to have that conversation right at the end. So this might have happened, or this happened, or I think this.
That means it hasn't.
There was a good, yeah. So that is a sign that they weren't clear to begin with.
But like the central premise of there's this institute.
Can you explain to me?
Okay.
The basic plot, and
Okay.
I might all twig.
There's this institute, and I can't remember why, but the woman and her 2 children come to the institute, don't they? And they misdiagnose one of the girls with some dreadful terminal illness and euthanize her. And it turns out, oh no, whoops, she only had an eye infection. And so they all feel guilty in the future. So they're trying to create a way of sending a message back in time to stop themselves from euthanizing the little girl, right? Now, that's what the
So they're the
bursar...
medics. They're the
Yeah.
medics who
They're
killed
all
her.
the people in that house. Yeah.
That's what the woman wants to do, the bursar. But
Right.
Bernard Kay has a second evil plan within that plan, in that he wants to go back in time. He doesn't give a shit about the girl. He wants to take all of the research that they've done, and give it to, because in the future they've done all the research. He wants to hand it to his younger self and give himself all the glory. That was the basic plot. And in and around it, there was like hints of maybe I wasn't getting child abuse, but it was like that this little girl has gone through the system, and so she is very disturbed, which is why she's got the personality with the rabbit. And someone's putting on a Mac and going around the institute going down dark corridors.
So I get the operation bit and all of that and that time travel stuff. And then I think it isn't explained properly. And this is what they talk about at the end. Did this happen or not? So the girl's dead and they want to do the time travel thing. They go to bury her because she's dead. But then they need her nearer the machine for the experiments to work. So that's when they go to the grave and she's not there. And he's put the body inside the stuffed bear that's in the basement. And then the question is, because of this time travel stuff, she is alive in one reality and not alive in another. And that's why she's getting up at night time, murdering people. She's coming out of the bear, murdering people, or sticking syringes in people and stuff, or putting a hoodie on.
Which is why at the end of the story,
that's implied, but
Bernard Kay, the bear comes up, doesn't he, to Bernard Kay right at the end of the story and takes out his eyes with a knife, which I thought was a good scene, actually. He's going, no, please, and the bear's just going, nah, I'm going to get you.
Is he a rabbit or a bear?
Oh, no. There's a toy rabbit. There's a life-size stuffed bear in the basement.
That's different.
That they
the rabbit,
open up and hide the girl's body inside.
They should have put the bear on something.
No, because they go down into the basement at one point and they're like, oh, yeah, there's the stuffed bear that used to be in the hallway. And so it's a huge bear, and that's what falls on the woman at the end and crushes her. This sounds ridiculous now I'm explaining it.
Yeah, like I do think it's presented for 3 episodes. No, for 2 episodes as a horror. And then for the last 2 episodes, it's just a twisty, turny, time travel-y. I mean, when the dad turns up and he's the dad to the little girl. I mean, we have to have that, right? Because when the doctor goes back in time, right? And this is when you know this has gone up the wrong sort of back passage at this point in this story. When the doctor literally says to these people euthanizing the girl, no, you have to kill her because you killed her before. I don't care if it was an accident and she should have lived and only had an eye infection. She's got to die because that's what happened.
I heard that scene today. Yeah, I heard that
the doctor say that, then something's gone wrong.
Then the doctor throughout this, I like the opening episodes. I like the creepy house at night. Someone's going around up and down the stair lift in a hoodie, stabbing people. All that sort of mystery creeping around at nighttime. I like all of that.
Listen to
the doctor is being very season 26. It felt like he was not bothered throughout the whole thing, and he already knew what was going on and why they were there.
It does
felt like
season 26.
He wasn't surprised about anything. It was very season 26, yeah.
But I mean, and I'll say it again and again and again. McCoy's line readings.
Oh yeah.
Christ.
Yeah.
No, he goes, what is it? Why don't you go and bore? Because all you do is bore. And at one point he's going, what is it? I'm doing a jig, 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 a jig, a jig, jig, a jig, jig. I'm like, what is he talking about now?
Well, and Sophie Aldred wasn't amazing either in this.
No, the bit where she fell in the bear trap at the end of episode 2, I did punch the air then.
Oh, I forgot about that. She's running around and, in the...
Yeah, so she falls in a bear trap. Why was that?
Because there's bear traps out there, the guy set them up.
Why
Why is
though?
Ace running around? Oh, because Hex went out to see the little girl somewhere out in the forest. Then Ace was looking for them, and she got lost and was shouting out. And then there's bear
So the
traps.
bear traps are to catch the teddy bear.
No, I think.
that would have been great, Mikey.
Because-
Why weren't you writing this?
No, because he was an expert in taxidermy, wasn't he? So he would have caught that bear at some point and stuffed it, and they put it because they say they put animatronics in some of them as well. There's
You know what? It is a weird fusion. It is a weird fusion of both horror, like you said, and time travel shenanigans, and is attempting to do real world horrors like children being abandoned and euthanasia by mistake.
Well, then,
So it's trying to be really adult, and it's trying to be a piece of science fiction, and it's trying to be a horror. It's like, pick a lane.
But then Ace falls in the lake at the beginning and sees that woman.
Oh, yes.
Or has a dream about a woman or something. There's a lady in the lake at the beginning or something.
See,
This has the
problem.
problem.
Supposed to be the mother.
This has the opposite
Didn't the mother
problem.
drown or
Do you
something?
think? Too many ideas. The other two had not enough ideas. It's just got too many. Mikey, was it bad for you
I
then?
should say as well that this. So we've got somebody walking around in a duffel coat, correct?
Yeah.
So there is a very famous Italian horror film from the 70s. It's called something like Frenzy. I might have not got that wrong, but people listening might know it.
I thought that was
And
a
that's all
Hitchcock.
about. Oh, it's not called Frenzy then. This is an Italian thing. It's an Italian language.
Not the in the red raincoat.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it.
The Donald Sutherland one. Yeah.
No, it's Italian.
Oh.
I
not
think.
not
But
like
then it is a red coat.
it's like a red raincoat thing. Yeah, they're
This is
going
a bit
out.
this is a bit like our vague conversations about night dreamers. But I make the point. What is it called?
Don't
I
look
make
now.
the point that what is it called? It's from the 70s. Anyway, I make the point because that's good iconography, right? That's quite scary. Right, and also a rabbit is quite Donnie Darko. That's quite scary.
Yeah.
So this is all. This I can grab onto, but that stuff's on the cover.
Yeah. It's a good cover,
couldn't-
that, actually, isn't it?
It's a great cover. I just
Oh, sorry.
couldn't join it all together, lads.
No.
No, you're not wrong, though. That last episode, there's so much exposition in that last episode. And I was, usually I'm taking notes. And my poor old thumbs were getting cramp. I was trying to write down so many things.
Why is the rabbit on the cover holding Ace's that's Flower Child's earring from The Great Show in the Galaxy that's on Ace's jacket?
Oh, I thought that was some kind of Gallifreyan thing. I thought I'd missed something else.
No,
is that what it is? Is that her thingy bob?
That is. She has that on her jacket. Yeah.
The rabbit actually means
yeah.
too much.
No, I don't know why it's holding that.
I mean, the relationship between Hex and the girl I thought was good in that he is a nurse and he's used to being empathetic towards people, and she initially doesn't like him, and then he is very gentle with her, very sweet with her. And then when the dad comes in and he pulls everyone in for a group hug, and I'm like, yeah, they're finally getting a handle on Hex. Like after Dreamtime, where
I like
forgotten, they're sort of getting. And the next one is the settling, isn't it? Which is like his big set piece story in this opening run. So
my vague memories of this run is I've definitely listened to Protect and Survive, and I thought that was really good.
Yes, love that one.
And I did listen to the ones that intertwine with the stuff about Hex's mum, the stuff in Colin Baker's run that intertwines around Arrangements for War. I might be getting some of this wrong.
Yeah. No, it's Death in the Family you're talking about.
Yeah, that's it.
Project.
I definitely remember listening to that and thinking, this is all great. I'm loving all this,
I mean, he has a great trilogy with Magic Mousetrap, Enemy of the Daleks, and I can't remember what the third one is there. So Angela Scutari.
Yeah.
Oh, he does get a pretty good run coming up.
But here, this really is his first
proper
story because we had The Harvest where he's introduced,
Live 34,
Dreamtime, which we all know wasn't great. Then Live 34 was a different format, and he wasn't really
That's the radio station,
one. And now this one is only.
And they're just starting to get there with him, and then they give him fucking Nocturne, which nobody remembers, and The Dark Husband, which
Mm.
is that dreadful, lads comedy one where he's drunk and trying to fuck all the women in it. And so he just goes off the rails again. It's terrible. Yeah, this is much messier than I remember it being. And do you know the thing that irritated me about this is the opposite of Peer Pressure. This has got loads of that had loads of character and no ideas. This has loads of ideas and no character. I couldn't tell you a thing about these guest characters. They were all one note.
Didn't you think Bernard Kay was just reading a bit as well?
Well, yeah, he probably was.
Yeah.
Quite an old man at this point.
Yeah.
I know they're all just reading a bit, but he's famously a brilliant actor, right? And he is. But I could tell I thought he was him. As soon as you said it, I was like, yes, it's him.
If it's a script like that and you don't really know what's going on, he's probably just reading his scenes. He hasn't got a chance of knowing what's going on.
A great actor. He's in so much stuff from the 70s. Like if you watch,
I'm deeply surprised no one's done the Seventh Doctor line. Will you do it for us, please?
Oh, come into my parlour, said the spider to the fly.
That's the bit on the tape, isn't it? We keep hearing.
Why is that recorded?
Why is that recorded?
It's a great idea for a scary audio, some clip being played again and again on a cassette.
It's trailer bait, that is.
Yeah.
Trailer bait.
But there's no reason for it in the story. And why, so again, they imply that she came out of the stuffed bear to record him for some...
She's a ghost, right? Is that right? She's a ghost?
Well, no one really knows because she's dead in one time and alive in the other.
Do you know, if I was a script editor, if I was Gary Russell, I would have said to Edward Young, Edward, you've got the fine basis for a Doctor Who story here, scares, time travel, and all this. Maybe take one or two of these ideas out,
and put them in Peer Pressure.
Yeah, give them to Rod Hudd and Maggie Stables in the TARDIS. I'm sure. What's her name? Roy Hudd. Sorry. They could probably fight an evil bunny rabbit or something like that in the TARDIS instead of playing I Spy. Pump up the characters a bit and give them more interesting backstories and motivations. I think the motivations are so basic. And stop giving dialogue to Sylvester McCoy and Sophie Aldred because they can't do it.
I think you've got to limit the amount of time that we are listening to people we don't know talking. And it put me off from the off because it was just people talking. And I was like, oh, fuck it.
I am surprised because this is a popular release.
Yeah, I think everybody would be like, yeah, this is the Halloween one, this is a good.
See, I'm glad I didn't. Well,
one.
Maybe I should have looked it up. If I'd have looked it up and I'd have seen, if I'd have looked it up on like your blog or on Timescales or something, and I'd have seen everyone loves it, I might have listened better. I don't know. Sometimes you're not in the groove with a Big Finish.
But do you tend to binge all episodes when you listen to it?
Try to.
You see, I prefer just to break it up and have a break.
With a four-parter, we'll just do 4 sittings of half an hour because then we just know it isn't going to take too much of our time, and it's just a little slice, a little gem.
Do you know what? As well, though, I just when I tried to listen to it, I just had a row with the missus, and I went and sat in the camper van and listened to it. So maybe I wasn't in the right zone, boys.
Yeah. Maybe that wasn't
Don't
it.
listen to
all the things I should have said.
And then you get Sophie Aldred going, "What's up, Doc?"
Again, you're out, aren't you? Once you're out, you're out.
Totally. And we got a Thora Hird reference as well. That was quite fun.
Again, I don't think this is a write-off. I think it's got some sound ideas in it. It's just it needs tidying up a lot. And yeah, that last episode is just a cat's cradle of weirdness that is a bit impenetrable.
Joe, I would have liked to have watched this instead of Ghostlight. If this was made instead of Ghostlight,
fuck off. Ghostlight.
I think this would have been quite a good experience.
Do you agree with me? It's a bit the atmosphere is a bit Image of the Fendal.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
And I can't stand that bloody.
Right.
Oh, you was in a bit of trouble from the off then, yeah.
Because again, but it's the same problem. It's some people talking in a lab about something for bloody ages, and then Mask of Mandragora. That one.
Yeah.
Can't get into that either.
No, I agree on that one. Yeah.
People just talking. I can't.
I might cause a few people to spit out whatever drink they've just taken a sip of. I think I preferred Peer Pressure to Night Thoughts.
Well, I certainly did, but
Yeah, I can see that. Oh, I don't know. It's
just good
50-50.
company, isn't it? Peer Pressure is good company.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good company. This was just like, okay, who's that? What's that?
It's like someone had organised a night out, Night Thoughts, but they've just planned too much. And we're here, there, and
Too many
everywhere.
activities.
We're all a bit exhausted. We've got some
Yeah.
eccentric Scottish weirdo over there. Some
They want you to go to
irritating,
Laser Quest, cinema, mini golf.
yeah. There's some irritating middle class Cockney over there going, "Oh,
but-
wicked."
For all those scientists, there's no likable characters in any of it. They're either creepy or
Yeah.
boring. There's nobody in there that when they're in a scene, you're like, oh yeah, this is.
You don't like the little girl,
I don't
do
get.
you?
No, I don't like the little girl. No.
No, Lizzie Hopley, man, you was very
Yeah.
unlikable in this as the abused little girl. You know,
So
maybe
there
you should
is-
have made
yeah,
her
so
a
there-
bit more sympathetic.
There isn't anybody, and even the doctor's a bit distant. So yeah, there's never anything. You just feel a bit lost, don't you?
I think this could have been. This does feel very Andrew Cartmel because he always had too many ideas in his scripts as well. Maybe if we pared this down to a 3-parter and we filmed it in a lovely sort of gothic manner and we put it out in season 27, and we bring in Hex, but without his top on, obviously. He can spend the story without his top on. And it might have been quite palatable.
Is
Maybe.
Hex the Brookside dude who has his top off in the calendars?
Oh,
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Have you seen the picture, Mikey, with his bum out when he's in the shower and all the water's going down his bum? It's the most alluring photograph I've ever seen.
And is that on the inside cover?
No.
Get some sales then, though.
No.
Mark puts it out sometimes on the video, so I'll get him to add it there.
Just got a very
Okay.
creepy picture of Bernard Kay.
Okay, let's have a look.
Ghastly. He's ghastly.
Oh, he's looking a
blimey.
bit Eric Saward, isn't he?
That's when you took a picture by accident on the train.
Yes, it is. I don't know who's taking the pictures at the moment, but in the
Poor fella.
booklets at this time have changed to photographs of all of the cast in a
Right.
very sort
Instead
of
those
passport
nice,
photo way.
those nice pictures outside where they're all
Yeah,
together.
they're not outside anymore. They're sort of up against the wall.
They're all shot in a bright light against a black background. It looks like a criminal lineup in the guns. Who is most guilty in this release? Lizzie Hopley. Look at she's got the bloody bunny in her hand. Look in the photo.
I think
actually?
there are some publicity photos. There's a picture. I can't find it at the moment, but somewhere is a picture of Sophie Eldred washing up in the Big Finish kitchen with the bunny.
Oh,
I do remember that. Yeah.
Well, there we go.
that's nice. Do you see those pictures of Peter Davison in the Big Finish kitchen with his cake?
Oh yes, yeah, that was nice.
Did you see that lovely big cake Colin had on his 40th anniversary, given to him by Jacqueline Rayner?
Yeah, Colin had a
Chocolate
cake as
cake.
well there. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, he said, "I'm not having Peter Davison have a cake. Where's mine?" Colin's a bit like that sometimes. Yeah. How would you rank these, Mikey, in sort of favourite to least favourite?
Other Lives, Peer Pressure, and then whatever the fucking hell this was.
Do you know, I think mine would be exactly the same.
I'm going to agree as well, actually.
Oh, what?
Hey!
Oh, you surprised me because you were so looking forward to Night Thoughts.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Yeah, it's completely different to how I thought.
I like the fact that we've just appalled all of the Finnish big listeners for the last half an hour by.
Well, let's turn it around. What's the best Colin and Evelyn Smythe story?
Oh, that's tough.
I'm going to say Spectral Onion more.
I'm gonna say, it would be a cross between Marry and Conspiracy, which I just think they hit it out of the park, and Arrangements for War because Maggie Stables breaks my heart in that one.
Oh yeah, when with the fella and everything. That's lovely.
Yeah.
But Spectral Onion more. It's just like that is just inject that into my veins. Spectral Onion more.
Do you like what's the name of the actress who plays
With that.
the Portuguese lady? You know, Madame must be joking.
That's Helen Goldwyn, isn't it?
Helen Goldwyn.
I think.
Oh
Is she the one with the dogs? She's out walking the dogs.
no, that's Mrs. Moynihan.
That's
So
Susan Jameson, yeah.
they won't be mocking me anymore, will they? Little boys, eat them, please. Oh, wow.
And he's always going on about Colin Baker's always going on about spoogles. It's like his name for the cave.
Boogoos.
Boogoos.
Foogoos, that's it. yeah.
Flugels.
Oh, I just love it. I just love it so much.
You've just created a new yogurt for children. Sploogle.
Spoogle.
That's all those characters in that house at the beginning of Spectrum Anymore. They're all
Lovely.
really distinct.
Yeah.
You know who they all are, what they all do.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
We've forgotten about Doctor Who and the Pirates.
Yeah.
Please allow me one more chance before you cut me down like a dog. Oh, it's wonderful. What a run.
I'm not as keen on that, but
No, Mikey. They call her.
Oh, we shouldn't have started this.
maybe I need to give it another go. Make sure me and the wife are getting on and give that a go.
That has
Yeah.
got our
But-
queen, Helen Goldwyn, singing a lament in episode 3, isn't it?
But just going back to these, this is another bad Sylvester McCoy. Sylvester McCoy
Yeah.
is not doing well. We thought this one,
Jesus.
Dreamtime, Unregenerate, is that what we've had for the last few?
No, Unregenerate, Dreamtime, this. We did have Live 34, but
Live
he was
34.
barely in it. He wasn't in
He's
it.
not got a good run at this time.
Fires of Vulcan was good, wasn't it? That one when we had that
Way
one.
back, yes. Yeah.
20. This is number 70.
No,
God,
Fires of
yeah,
Vulcan was
time
like,
flies.
Fires of Vulcan is like 11 or 12.
Oh, is it? Yeah, it was
God,
way.
Yeah.
time flies.
Yeah.
Well, you liked the Genocide Machine back in the day.
Actually, I really
Yeah.
like the Genocide Machine, yeah.
We both loved the Rapture. Fan Dappy Doozy.
Yeah. He's got good stuff to come. Like, how far are we away from Master? How far away from that are we?
No,
We've had that. That's way back.
Oh, we've had that. That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one, yeah.
We've still got excitement like the last day still to come and things like that, you know?
That's a modern
What's
box
that
set.
remind me?
That's a very modern box set, which you wouldn't be aware of.
Is this when they're kind of redoing the end of his life? Or just
Yes.
before the TV?
Yeah, which,
you hear
in
it?
publicity, it's supposed to be, but
It's 6
Is it-
hours long, Mikey. Don't
is it
waste your
bad?
time. It's terrible.
a waste
That's
of
a shame because the last adventure with Colin was really good.
Yeah, it's nothing like that.
Oh, that's a shame.
Nothing like that at all.
Do you know what, folks? We've
Right.
got some
Oh, right,
some
we should
reviews
just do
in
some...
straight from the hose, you know. If you'd care to comment on it, Mikey.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so the hoes say... Oh, well, first hoe. See a hoe?
Who is it?
We've heard from Gary Russell.
Oh my god, the big
Oh.
cheese himself.
He says, how I got Night Thoughts past the BBC, I shall never know. One of my all-time fave.
Oh dear. Oh
Oh,
no.
dear.
Oh well, Gary, everyone's entitled to their opinion,
Yeah.
even the
Yeah.
creators.
Steve Lacey says, oh, Other Lives is such a damn delight. Ron Moody puts in one of the all-time Great Big Finish guest performances. Fisher and Westmass's outrageous French accents as the DeRoches are hilarious.
I think it's supposed to be a bit funny as well.
Yeah.
Oh, will you do me a favour, right? The next person who's going to shout out, yeah, as soon as he says his name, will you just sort of do a scream like a wolf with us?
A
Because he
wolf.
always puts it in, yeah, he puts in, you know, like that, yeah?
Ooh, you mean ooh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And
I'm ready.
we've heard from Time Wolf,
Ooh.
who says Peer Pressure would make a great 45-minute episode, but feels overlong and plodding. Agreed. Unsettling at times, though, and has some cool ideas. Other Lives, brilliant all round, a joy. Night Thoughts, no idea what the fuck is going on in it, but full of dark ideas and set pieces, great stuff. Yeah, so pretty much agree with
Oh,
that.
no, look, it's you. Are you Brian Corrigan?
And then Brian Corrigan says, Night Thoughts is what Ghostlight should have been.
Uh-huh.
Wait, I've got
Yeah.
some more.
I don't think we're saying it's shit. We're just saying. I'm just saying I didn't
Yeah.
get it, and
Yeah,
you
yeah,
guys are
it's
just
not-
saying.
So,
It's
yeah.
a few drafts away from being acceptable.
Mm.
Aren't we
That's
all?
what I'm saying. Yeah, well, yeah, totally.
We have heard from the Whovian with a small collection.
Oh, we love him.
Yeah.
We love him.
I always think this is a Rutan story going in, and I'm always left disappointed. I mean, it should have been a Rutan, really.
Kind of. It's a bit Rutan-y.
Other Lives, underrated. I don't see a lot of appreciation for it.
Well, you did today.
And Night Thoughts, I'll never forget listening to this in the dark on Halloween, probably enhanced the story to a 10 for me. There we go.
A 10?
Maybe that's how, in the dark.
Give it a 6,
Yeah.
maybe.
Well, I wanted to listen to this in the dark, and it was sort of almost the dark, but someone had a whole plate of like buffet food and needed to eat.
Oh.
So you had your light on.
Tomato. Don't make it sound like I was sitting there eating sausage.
So he had his phone light on, eating.
Mikey.
Gary Russell put all that work in
Yeah.
to set the atmosphere, and you're throwing chicken wings around.
No, I just love munching on a carrot stick, though. That's all.
Dylan Reese.
Oh boy.
None of these are perfect, but they are full of interesting ideas and great performances. Night Thoughts is stand out, a proper creepy and atmospheric release.
Yeah,
There you
he
go.
loves the Seventh Doctor era, doesn't he?
Oh yeah. Who's this?
Adam, but not one of your problems.
Says, I can't remember the other two at all. I have to say the Eighth Doctor range was quite misjudged at this time.
I don't disagree, but I think this is a standout. No, there's more.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Oh, and that Adam also says, I thought Night Thought was brilliant. Agatha Christie meets horror. Big Finish shouldn't hold back its punches. I didn't get any Agatha Christie in that, really. But Michael Storm says 2 out of 3 of these are great, and 1 has some good ideas that just fail to work. Peer Pressure, unbelievably dull and painful to listen to. A pity that somewhere there is a good story in the mix. I suspect Notes from Cardiff fucked it up.
Oh, they would have been getting notes at this point.
Yeah, but why?
I don't know.
What, to add more Max Miller? What's that?
Other
Lives.
Lives.
Other Lives. Sorry, I almost said OnlyFans. An absolute joy from start to finish. And an amusing mix of Dickensian pastiche and homage to the penny dreadfuls of the period, with perhaps a knowing wink at the cliches of pure historical Who.
An academic reading there from Michael Storm.
He also says Night Thoughts, a dark and moody piece which has an air of the best and worst aspects of the Moffat era.
Yes, best and worst. I think he's right.
Yeah.
The timey-wimey plot sounds good, but doesn't quite stand up to scrutiny. The themes of death, grief, and loss wouldn't look out of place in Series 8 and 9. I like it a lot, but not a tale I listen to for fun. Yeah,
no,
agreed.
We can understand.
Agreed. Simon says, Peer Pressure's not bad.
Your hand on your head.
It's not bad, but it just feels wrong. It's the season 22 Doctor, but with Evelyn. The Billy character is meant to be Hartnell. This just feels unnecessarily meta.
Right, hang on. Okay, so I put this to Martin Parsons. No, he brought it up, sorry. So Martin Parsons said to me that he'd heard that some fans thought that his character was supposed to be Bill Hartnell.
Oh, it's Bill and Heather, isn't it?
Right, but it's obviously bollocks, right? But he said that the writer was there when they recorded it, and he never said anything about that.
Oh,
why would William Hartnell be working for Max Miller?
Did William Hartnell work for Max Miller?
No.
When he was a younger man.
But he would have been at that time, right?
What's her name?
None of it.
Story.
No.
None of it adds up.
Not the kid. The Billy's like the other one.
Oh.
Isn't he?
No. Billy's the one.
Not Heather. She's not called Heather. She's not called Heather. Hang on.
This is. I think it's just like a bit of like fan myth because it's called Billy.
I thought there was a reference to William Hartnell that Max Miller says in the dialogue in the pub. I don't know what it is. That's why.
Does he say? Have you seen that William Hartnell?
Something along those lines of when they talk about the films and stuff. I think there's a reference somewhere there. Right. Should have double checked.
Well, Martin said that his character, there was no mention to him that it was supposed to be.
Okay. So we've myth busted
Sorry,
that
Simon says, Martin says.
Well, Simon just goes on to say it feels unnecessarily meta. It isn't something that happened, so why add it in? I should have read that bit, shouldn't I? It just feels like Robert Ross doesn't get Who.
He does get Who. It's an atmospheric
it's
possession
so
story.
Up until about an hour in, it's super hooey.
Yeah.
Very 80s hooey.
Well, no, 80s Who is very in the TARDIS as well, so I'd say all of it is.
Well, we've also heard from Cool Cat.
Oh, he's a very cool Top Cat. Who
says, Peer Pressure, pretty awful, slow, boring, bizarre choice to have William Hartnell appear as a historical character.
That's not what happens!
You are not a Cool Cat anymore.
Didn't need
These guys have got to get off TARDIS Wiki and go smell the grass in Brighton.
Well, and then Other Lives, fantastic doppelganger story, classic kind of Who piece. Okay. And then Night Thoughts, incredible atmosphere. Let's Hex have something to do.
Yes.
All around solid.
Solid is probably a good word for it, yeah. especially when Hex is around, yes.
And then Sam says, have not listened to Peer Pressure, but Other Lives is phenomenal and necessarily pure historical, while Night Thoughts is maybe one of Big Finish's best. A great ode to season 26.
One of Big
Everyone loved Night Thoughts.
Yeah, see, I told you. I think they haven't gone back and listened to it lately, though. It's the trouble.
And then Ben Thomas says, Peer Pressure is a tragic waste of Roy Hudd.
I do not like all this peer pressure hatred, you know.
And
and Roy Hudd's having a good time. And Martin said in his WhatsApp that him and Colin had a great time and they all had a good. He said something. I said something to him about it, and he said we had a really good day. Like they had a really nice atmosphere. So Roy Hudd's not wasted in it. He's
Justice for Max Miller.
I think that's all the comments there.
No, you didn't say the end bit. Other Lives is fantastic.
Oh, and Ben Thomas also says Other Lives is fantastic. And a great vehicle for Ron Moody.
Yeah. So it tends to be sort of more positive things about the other two, and Peer Pressure nobody likes except us.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it could just be audio, let's not forget, right? Audio drama is sometimes quite difficult to follow. You know, and I know we listen to a lot of it. You're trying to paint pictures in your heads, and sometimes for whatever reason it just ain't transmitting. And you guys got more than I did. But for whatever reason, I just couldn't picture it. So it's not necessarily that the show or the source material is wrong. It's just for whatever reason it doesn't match my pattern of what I can understand.
Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah.
Shall we go over to see what that Wally Brain Doco Ho thought
Yay!
Unfortunately, this was the period where Doco Ho had a habit of using these fan alternative covers. And I want to show you now, someone has superimposed Carissa's head on a naked man's body. Can you see that? That's probably the only reason I use that cover. Right, Doco Ho says about Other Lives, I have given up trying to guess what the 8th Doctor adventures will serve up next. Blah, blah, blah. Other Lives ditches its plot. Does it even have one? Oh, what a bitch. In favour of character and gives each of the regulars a great new relationship. Frankly, it's wonderful to see the Doctor, Charlie and Cariz let their hair down for a bit. Well, maybe not Cariz, who is chained up and humiliated. And the relaxed pace really leaves them open for some fine development. Extra points for the scene where Charlie is mistaken for a hooker. 8 out of 10. Is that fair?
8 is pretty high.
Yeah, thank you. Well, Peer Pressure. I wasn't as hard as I thought. Get the script editor sorted for Big Finish now. That's how I start this review. Peer Pressure is nowhere near as offensive as people will lead you to believe. It does ramble on a bit, but it has sublime performances, evocative atmospherics, and a great musical score, all of which prove diverting. I'm giving this extra points for Roy Hudd's Max Miller, a genuinely delightful character.
Lovely.
6
when
out of 10.
Did you write that? Oh,
When?
when?
Is that when it was released?
No, 2018.
2018. Okay, not.
Yeah.
I nearly said not long ago, but I suppose that is long ago.
Night Thoughts. Night Thoughts is 1 or 2 drafts away from being a very good story. Oh my God, that's what I've said today. I love stories that show the consequences of terrible acts in the past, and Edward Young devises a suitably nasty tale of deliberate euthanasia and suicide, haunting a number of scientists for over a decade. This feels like a genuine Cartmel script edited season 27 story. Atmospheric, contemporary, even horrific, but with some serious structural and scripting problems. A flawed excursion into real-life horrors, but with plenty to enjoy all the same. 7 out of 10. I'll probably give it a 6 now.
And you gave Peer Pressure 7, did you say before? You gave it?
6 as well, but I'll maybe give Peer Pressure a 7 now. Yeah, bump that up, bump Night Thoughts down, and keep Other Lives at an 8. I think that seems pretty fair.
Shall I just do a quick chronology? Yeah. It's really easy, though, at this time. All these main range ones are really easy because they just follow on from what we've had before.
Yeah.
So Other Lives carries on from
Scaredy Cat.
Scaredy Cat, which we did last time. And Peer Pressure, the last actually Evelyn story we did was Medicinal Purposes, the other Robert Ross one. So he's writing 2 in a row there. I don't know, maybe that might be worth shoving something else in between that's a bit lighter rather than 2 sort of wordy ones, but we'll see.
Put the Nick Briggs
We'll
one
see.
in between. That's
Well,
terrifying.
we could. Well, we'll see. Yeah, maybe that we might need to mix it up a little bit. And then Night Thoughts comes after Live 34. So yeah, not much to add for the chronology this time.
No.
That reminds me, this new series you've started, guys, putting together the Doctor's seasons in audio.
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone says this, but it's absolutely brilliant.
There's never been more comments on our videos than those. You know,
fantastic.
people
It's
agreeing, people disagreeing. We met someone, didn't we, on the Hamster Patreon the other day, and he went, "I'm sorry, Mark, but you just don't have enough rules in place for your chronology sheet."
Well, it gets people talking. Plus, it gives you like quick ideas of stuff you can jump in on.
A lot of people have said, like, as we've talked about those stories, there's loads of them they hadn't listened to, and they've been cherry picking stories
Yeah.
that we're talking about. The ones where we've gone, "Oh, this is great. You've got to listen to this one." You know,
Well, there we are. Another 3 of the main range.
that's absolutely delightful. I mean, Mikey, I hope we can entice you back to talk about some more in the future.
I would absolutely love to. Yes, it's a good
good.
excuse to listen to stuff, isn't it? You know.
Yeah. Go back and rediscover stories, or have a different opinion on them.
I'm going to try and find 3 sort of absolute bangers on the
It would be good not to have
give you 3 absolute winners, you know?
Yeah.
I like stuff where the TARDIS turns up. I want to hear that TARDIS effect within the first 30 seconds.
Yes, agreed.
Okay?
Agreed.
That is what I want. And then I want to hear that door. And they walk out, maybe squabbling. And they go, "Oh, I thought we were going to such and such, but this looks a bit blah, 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 blah. Let's go and find out." Brilliant.
Yeah, that's what we want.
need.
And
That's
then
what we need.
and then the doctor says to Evelyn, "My God, there's a load of slurgoos over there. Quick, over the hill."
Well, I'll tell you what we're doing next. I'll look it up.
I just
see
love finding out what we're doing next. I literally I have no idea.
what we're doing. Well, actually, we are carrying on with the main range.
No, you're joking.
So the next 3 we're doing are Time Works.
Oh, this was one that was supposed to be in the Divergence universe, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah.
Next 8th Doctor one.
Steve Lyons is a very good writer.
I'm not sure.
We'll see.
The Kingmaker,
Oh, bang! Ah,
Uh-huh.
the Peter Davison one. But that always distracts me with the guy that sounds like Christopher Eccleston. That
yeah.
isn't Christopher Eccleston. That really annoys me.
We love
Takes me out of
Perry
the
and
story.
Paramem, though. Do you like Paramem?
I've not listened to many of Aaron. You're on about Aaron the Egyptian one.
Yeah, I remember.
I haven't listened to many of those. I must have listened to one, but I couldn't tell you anything about her except she's Egyptian.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Oh, well, the wonderful Caroline Morris, who is out there
God.
living her best life right now.
Can't move for all the scissoring that's going on in the TARDIS in those stories. You know? The tension between the two of them is unbelievable.
And we're doing settling as well. It's the next. Is the next
You're
one as well.
joking.
That is the next one. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
They're the next
Scott,
3.
do you know who's in that? Clive Mantle from Casualty. He plays Oliver Cromwell.
From
Clive
Casualty.
Mantle, is that the grey-haired one?
Yeah.
Charlie?
No, you're thinking of Charlie from
Charlie.
Casualty.
No.
That would be amazing.
Who are you on about?
No, not from my
Clive.
name.
I thought Clive Mantle was in Paradise Towers. Who am I thinking of?
You're thinking of the comedian, Clive. Oh, God, I can't remember his
Are
name.
you on about one of the caretakers?
Yeah, he's a
is.
Clive, isn't he?
Hang on. Just Googling now.
I mean, if Charlie for Casualty was in Doctor Who Big Finish, Clive Mantle.
Yeah, Mike Barrett from Casualty and Holby City. Look, you'll recognise him. Hang on a minute.
Was he in Vicar of Dibley?
Look, you can't miss him. Look,
So he's in Vicar of Dibley as her boifriend.
he broke her
yeah.
heart. Do you
Yeah.
remember?
He broke her heart, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She put up the massive banner saying, "You total bastard," or something, didn't she?
It's the one where she falls in the puddle, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, it's so funny. Yeah. He goes to her, "I'm so sorry, Geraldine. This isn't working out." And she's given him an ice cream. She goes, "Oh, I'll go and get you a different flavour then." You know, it's very funny.
Oh.
Very funny. Vicar of Dibley was so great, wasn't it?
Listen, guys, make sure you explain to people if they're watching this on video that this was recorded on the hottest day of the year. Because I've just looked at myself, I look sweaty as hell.
I think it's quite a hot look, actually. You know what? I like a man to be facing me and getting
Well,
a bit sweaty.
People may be watching this in the middle of winter thinking, why are those men so sweaty?
Yeah.
You've got a bit of
warm.
You've got a bit of an Autumn sheen about you at the moment,
Yeah,
actually.
It's,
Can you just
honestly, look.
we see your hand to see if it falls away and turns into a gun? Oh no! All right, right.
Also, the light is getting darker and darker, so I'm just getting more night crawlers as we go. What is it called? Night dreamers?
Night thoughts.
Nightfall, sorry.
You know what? Right. Not only is you discussing these stories one of my favourite things, but the way you just get all the names wrong is just sublime. Do you know what you
been a
called
pleasure.
the school? You called the school from An Unearthly Child last time.
What was it?
Now it's called Coal Hill School. What did you call it?
I don't know.
Coal School, something like that. It was very funny. You are the Max Miller of Finish Big, all right?
Oh, well, that's very nice. I hope they put a statue up in Brighton.
Well, at least in our house, you know. I'd have another delightful evening with you, Mikey, honestly.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Is there anywhere where would you like people to find you, Mikey?
Okay. So I should give a plug. I've been helping Peter Purvis with his podcast. We kind of co-produce it. It's been going now for about 4 or 5 months, and it's really taken off. And he does a brilliant job, as you might imagine. So I'd like to direct your listeners over to Peter Purvis's podcast, which is on all good players. And he talks to people from inside and outside of Doctor Who and Blue Peter, but also does special one-off things where we've just done one, which is just Peter remembering William Hartnell. So
yeah, I can't wait to hear that.
Yeah, so it's from we started off from the point of view of when did you first hear of him? Like, because obviously he was a big star when Peter was in Rep and stuff, so he would have known of William Hartnell. You know, when did you first know of him? Then you met him. What was that like? People's opinions of William since. What are your opinions on that? So we're doing these special ones where we just kind of Peter just riffs on a topic, and they're really, really great. So the Peter Purvis podcast.
Will you tell Peter Purvis from Finish Big, please, that how much we just love his performance? But yeah, and
I told him
to be true, because you've heard us when he did that one recently where he was the older Stephen. God, it was written by Jacqueline Rayner and starring Peter Purvis. It was gold. But also his turn as William Hartnell in the Companion Chronicle.
All those Companion Chronicles,
just sublime. I think when it comes from the heart, the performance like that.
Yeah, because they were, you know, people, you know, like you get, it's kind of de rigueur that all the different actors all say, oh, we're all great mates, you know, everyone was mates, you know, but Peter did genuinely have a friendship with Bill Hartnell, and you know, they were, it's not just one of those, oh, we're, you know, the unit family thing. They genuinely would spend time together and with their families together and stuff. So,
I mean, it's nice to hear. Do you know why? Because so many people say that Hartnell was difficult and all of this, and yet clearly he did have very close emotional relationships with
different relationships
O'Brien,
with people.
Peter Purvis. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. There's always someone who doesn't like you. You know.
You know there's that story in the Daleks Master Plan that he tore into his wig person like nothing else, and it was so bad that everybody down tooled on the set until William Hartnell apologised to her. Now I thought that's a terrible thing for William Hartnell to do. Then they recovered the Daleks Master Plans, episode 1 and 3, and I could see just how badly his wig was put on. And I thought to myself, actually, no, that woman needs firing.
And also stories get exaggerated, right?
Yeah,
over time.
Well,
and
Katie Manning, you know.
What? Well, yeah, but what? You know, what about that clip of Tom Baker on the Leisure Hive? When he's losing his rag about the shield thing on the wall.
Take this fucking dreary prop and shoot that camera at it now. You know,
mate. Trust me, every actor in the world has thrown a script across the room. Like we all have bad days and things. So, but yeah, I think the reason why Peter does such a good job of channeling William Hartnell is he doesn't want to try and do an impression. He just channels the man a little bit, and I think it just works really well. But I
Just
agree
from a
with you. I
place
think
of love, isn't it? It's a
yeah. Well, that's
wasn't
right.
it wonderful as well how those episodes came back, sort of not when the podcast started, but around the time when it started. So there was
Yeah,
a
it was-
great drive then of things to talk about for him. Just
Mm.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Great actor. Great actor.
Well,
all that's left is for us to say is that we love Mikey Smith and we want him back as much as possible.
I love you guys as well. Thank you for all the entertainment.
Mm.
I re-listened to the same episodes again and again for some reason. You've fallen into that.
You loser.
Thing. But yeah, Finish Big is great. So thank you. Long may it continue.
Yeah.
Oh, shall we?
Well,
the
let's
usual
all
way?
finish big, shall we?
Yes, right. Yeah.
Don't forget, everybody.
Finish.
Finish.
Big.
Big.
Boop, 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 boop.